Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello students, it's great to see you again in my class, essay writing, still with me, Akhyar Rido. So in this meeting or in this module, I'll give you a topic about explanations and outlining a descriptive essay, or we'll focus on a descriptive essay writing. Okay, let us start. Alright students, so this is our learning objective for today, that students are able to understand and outline a descriptive essay. So that's our learning objective for today. And if you look at your screen, this is our outline of this meeting. So I will start with opening. Yeah, I'm going to introduce to you about descriptive essay. Then I want you to analyze a descriptive essay, and it will be followed by writing a descriptive essay. Then I will close this meeting. Okay, now let us take a look at it one by one. Alright students, I've explained to you in the previous module of meeting about descriptive essay. I'm going to tell you again about what is actually descriptive essay. Okay, so a descriptive essay is an essay that describes something. Alright, because it's a descriptive essay, of course, you have to describe something. But what is that something? Yeah, number one, it can be an object or person. Alright, so you have to be able to describe an object or a person. Second, an event or place. So you have also to be able to describe event or place. Yeah, you will write that. Okay, an experience or emotion or an idea. So remember, basically a descriptive essay is an essay that describes something like object, person, event or place, experience or emotion, and also ideas. But why you have to describe something? Yeah, the main purpose of your descriptive essay is to share your experience with readers, to make your audience see, yeah, hear, taste, smell, or feel what you are writing about. Alright, so that's the basic definition of descriptive essay. Alright, next things that you need to know about descriptive essay is, again, what to describe. Okay, you can describe various things in your essays, like objects, places, and people. However, this needs to be highlighted. When you describe them, you paint or photograph with words. So that's actually the main point of a descriptive essay. How you paint or photograph with words. Yeah, sometimes your senses and your mind record places, emotions. Yeah, record places, I mean, emotion and people in complex way that blend feelings with reality. So you can paint them in forms of words. Yeah, other times, maybe for other purposes, you try to recreate precisely what you see and you put that into writing. Alright, so it means that you are photographing. Yeah, what I'm trying to say to you is that what I mean by painting in a simple way is that sometimes or in many ways you have to write something, what you feel. What you feel. What about your emotions? Then you have to be able to write it down. Okay, later when you propose for scholarships, you know, the sponsor of the scholarships want to know your feelings, then you have to put that into writing. So it's like painting using words. Yeah, or for other occasions, for example, you see something, you see some of, you know, events, for example, you're observing something and you have to report that, then you have to put that into writings. That's what we call as photographing. So you have to be able to put what you have seen into a writing. So it means that you'll have to be able to describe the event or the actions very well into writing. Okay, I hope that you get this simple point. Alright, descriptive essay has some characteristics. Yeah, I've already mentioned about this many times. Yeah. In a descriptive essay, basically we use this term. Your word pictures must give readers clear, vivid versions of your subjects, using sharp, colorful, and specific details that speak to their senses. You know, the feelings. Yeah, so the readers can feel what you've written down. I give you another example. This is not bad, but this is just not appeal to the senses. For example, you want to say that there is a fan in the window. All right? So you put into your writings. In the window was a fan. So there's nothing wrong with this sentence, but in the point of view of essay writing, it has no appeal to the senses. It doesn't describe the situation very well. So therefore, if you look at the next part, sentence which contains or which is rich sense of impressions, instead of saying in the window was a fan, you write in your writing, the blades of the rusty window fan clattered and reeled as they blew out a stream of warm, soggy air. So that's this sentence contains rich sense impressions, and this is a very good way of describing something in details. All right? Okay, there are some tips that I'm going to give to you students, how to write your descriptive essays and how you start writing your descriptive essays. This is the thing that you need to pay attention to, because it's pretty challenging to pick or find or use a specific vocabularies or terminologies in this descriptive writing. Look at this. Look at your screen. What is the most important one? Which is word choice and subjective or objective descriptions. Yeah? What we call as strong, sense-oriented, and precise words are the core of effective descriptions. Look, your nouns, and verbs, the strong bones of your writing. There are two things, nouns and verbs, specific one. These two must shape your objects and their movements for readers, so they see what you do. Okay? Next is your modifiers of nouns and verbs. That's what we call as adjectives and adverbs. Must also enhance, flesh out, and strengthen those bones. And the last one, finally, figures of speech. You use a lot of similes, and metaphors. It can be ready-made verbal pictures to show your audience. So there are 6 things. When you talk about descriptive essay in terms of word choices. Pay attention to your nouns, use of verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and figures of speech. Okay? I give you an example. Look at this. We try to compare, about use of non-specific nouns and specific nouns, as well as non-specific verbs and specific verbs that will be very good for your descriptive essay. Look, on the left side and on the right side, this is non-specific nouns. Normally you say dog, jewel, book, all right? Or non-specific verbs. You say, or you write run, see, say. Nothing wrong with this, but this is what we call as non-specific verbs, which are not really recommended for your descriptive essay. Instead of writing those non-specific words, nouns and verbs, so this is the recommendation for you. Instead of saying a dog, you better look into the specific dog. For example, schnauzer. It's a type or kind of dog. That's quite specific. Instead of saying jewel, because it's too general, jewel. Say emerald. Okay? Instead of writing book, for example, So you write it as dictionary. Okay? Instead of writing run, you use the word dash or bold. Instead of using the word see, it's general, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you use specific verbs, stare. Yeah. Instead of using say, yeah, as non-specific verbs, so you're recommended to use the word like claim and assert. Okay, this is the examples of the case of nouns and verbs. Okay, now we move to the next part. This is what we call as modifiers, yeah, adjectives and adverbs. Anyway, there are a lot of adjective and verbs that you can use for your essay, of course. But these are just some of the examples of non-specific modifiers and specific modifiers. For example, for non-specific modifiers, it's common. We use like said, clean, well, loudly. Alright? That's the normal words that we use in our daily conversation, in our daily writings. However, for descriptive writing, like essay writing, you are really advised to use more specific modifiers. For example, instead of writing sad, you write or you use miserable or tormented. Instead of using the word clean, you know, you can use fresh or immaculate. All right? Instead of using well, you can use admirable or admirably, for example. Yeah. Instead of using loudly, you can use explosively. Actually, you can use and consult dictionary to find specific modifiers to help you to write your descriptive essays very well. All right. Now we move to tips number 3. It's about figures of speech. Yeah. Okay. Number 1, we talk about similes. All right. So what does it mean by that? It means that you compare two things not usually considered together. Okay, using the words like or as. Okay, for example, the tiles on the roof shook like scared children. So you can use this way in your descriptive essay. All right, or you can also use metaphors. Yeah, for example, what is metaphors? Okay, metaphors actually you compare two items not usually considered together, but without like or as. For example, waves of spam and junk mail flooded his inbox. Yeah, so you can compare this. For example, the orange cat ate from the dish. Okay, that's the first sentence that you write in your essay. Compare with the plump ginger tabby hunched over his food dish, the shadowy stripe in his plushy fur like memories of his jungle cat past. So I think it's a bit longer. It needs time, yeah, and it's quite challenging to create this kind of descriptive way of writing that you can put in your descriptive essay later on, but then you can practice. Okay, so these are the 3 tips of how you can write your descriptive essays more specifically by exploiting the words. Okay, now